I always tell my mom, don't worry, I'll never kill myself because I'd go to hell. Although I went back on that. So, yeah, if we're just throwing it out there, try to kill myself. Let's get a good look at the scars. Zoom up on that one. I'm gonna show you this. This one's dinky. Not that bad. Not that bad, you cutters out there.
I hated myself. I hated myself for what I was. I hated myself for the feelings that I had. Kind of am surprised I'm still living here today.
Research has shown that parents that shun their kids, are more likely, those kids are more likely to commit suicide. But when those parents accept those children for who they are and love them no matter what, that helps them get through the coming out process in a really fundamentally different way. And there's strong research to support that.
They're going to kill themselves, and they're going to keep killing themselves. Because when you are deliberately disobedient to what you know is wrong, it gives you, a guilty conscience.
To me, cutting was self-harm. It was a way to vent, it was a way to release, and it was a way to make sure that I was still real. Because, you hear all this negativity around you, you think that you're so stupid, you think that you're a fucking idiot, you think that you're such a bad person, you think that you're not real, or that you're some kind of a monster. But to me, seeing my own blood helped to reaffirm that I was real and that I was a real person.
Don't limit it to the gays and the lesbians. They're not the only ones that kill themselves, so quit trying to act like that they corner that market.
One religion doesn't dominate the whole world. There's many religious philosophies out there, and there's many people who have no religious philosophy. What right does anybody else have to say to another person, no, you can't do that because my religion says yada da da da, while somebody else's religion is saying yada da da da, and some people say, no, you're both wrong, there is no God, there is no deity, there is no nothing, so what the hell are you talking about?
If you've got 3 religions in one household, there's no room for gay. That's a filled house.
There's so much infighting amongst religions. Look at the Middle East. That tells you everything you need to know right there. I think that religious beliefs are so fundamental to people's identities. They have a very difficult time of allowing for tolerance of anything above and beyond their beliefs. Again, you can set the gay issue aside. You look at, there's not a lot of comfort with different religious beliefs.
One of the mechanisms that were developed immediately by Satan in the Garden of Eden to undo man in his pristine condition after the fall of Satan was to start introducing false religious systems.
God doesn't belong to Republicans, he doesn't belong to the Christian right, he doesn't belong to conservatives. God, it's bigger than that.
How can there be a God that would tell you to deny something that, by God, I've tried. I've buried this shit so far down. Motherfuckers, if I'm born like this.
There's been times when I would be depressed, because, of something maybe the Catholic Church has said, or not even just the Catholic Church, but the Protestant faith, the Jewish faith, the Methodist faith, the Baptist, just religion in general, telling me, a child of God, who God created, and telling me that what God created is wrong. So I don't believe anyone on the face of this earth has a right to judge another person because of their sexuality.
We need to all coexist with our faiths.
Women can hug, women can show affection, they can even sleep together, and nobody accuses them of being lesbians or somehow they're not real girls. Men couldn't do any of those things. And it's because we have a more fragile sense of masculine identity. Unfortunately, as a result, this breeds a huge amount of aggression towards anything feminine. We see it in rape crimes against women, physical abuse, and we see it especially also in hate crimes against gays.
If you have hatred toward a minority group, or you have hatred toward 2 consenting adults being in a relationship, then either learn your way around it, try to find some alternative, or just shut the fuck up. Not to be so blunt, but it needs to be said. Thank you.
My struggle and my fight is not for anything other than what, as an American, the Constitution says I can have.
It took me 40 years to finally come out as a gay man, and I couldn't be happier.
Everybody knows what they need deep down. It's not drugs, it's not partying. Everyone knows what they need to be happy, what they need to live a healthy life. And the hardest thing is getting that. Like, you have to go against everyone, and sometimes it is everyone, to find your corner of happiness, but God damn it, you deserve it. We all do. So, just find your corner and then hold on to it and then fight for it. Sarah, out.
Yourself in a moment's notice in my situation. Increasingly you've made me cold and afraid, a lonely companion. Out there I don't